My every warriors, you are warmly welcome here. Today's session is for future letter for yourself. Take your time and get in this session, and then we will start. Okay? After 1 minute, please come in. I'm waiting for you. Before we begin, remember meditation is not a one day game. It is not something that changes your life overnight. Save this meditation, come back to it, and listen to it for a month, for 30 days. Give your mind the time to slow down. Give your soul the time to heal. And then you will begin to notice the changes, not only in your thoughts, not only in your soul, but also in your real life. Healing takes time, growth takes time. Trust the process and be patient with yourself. Okay? I'll wait for you. Please come in. Settle your body, settle your mind. I hope you all are settling. So, once again, welcome, my beautiful souls. Tonight, I want you to imagine something very unusual, something that most people never stop long enough to think about. Somewhere far beyond this movement, far beyond tonight, there is another version of you, a version of who has survived the difficult days you are still living through, a version of you who has already found answers to the questions that keep you awake at night, a version of you who has already cried the tears that you have not yet cried, and somehow across time that person has written you a letter. Tonight, you are not here to fix your entire life. You are not here to solve every problem. You are not here to become perfect. Tonight, you are simply here to listen, to breathe, and to allow yourself to travel through time. As you listen to these words, allow your shoulders to relax, allow your jaws to soften, allow your hands to rest. There is nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to prove for the next little while. The world can wait, your unfinished work can wait, your fear can wait. Tonight, it is only you, and the person you will become. Take a slow breath in and gently let it go. Again, slow breathe in and breathe out. Imagine yourself standing in front of an old wooden door. There are memories, dreams, regrets, and hope that belongs to your future. Tonight, You are going to open that door and begin a journey through time. The night is quiet. The star shines softly above you. The world around you has fallen asleep, and you find yourself sitting on a wooden bench beneath an endless sky. The air is cool, the wind moving gently through the trees, and for the first time in a very long time, every feels still beside you. There is there is a small envelope. It too, its look old, as if it has traveled for years just to find you. Slowly, you pick it up. Your fingers trace the edges of the paper, and on the front, written a beautiful handwriting, are four simple words: To my future self. You stare at those words for a moment, and suddenly questions begin to fill your mind. Who wrote this letter? When was it written? And why does it feel as though it has been waiting for you your entire life? You carefully open the envelope. Inside, there are pages filled with memories, with emotions, with things that your heart has been carrying for years, and somewhere between those spaces, on these pages, you realize something beautiful. A person who wrote this letter is you, not the version of you sitting here tonight, but the version of you who exists somewhere in the future, the version who survived, the version who healed, the version who kept going, right? And now that future version has come back, not to judge you, not to criticize you, but simply to sit beside you. I remember you that your story is not over. Take another slow breath in and prepare yourself, because the first page of the letter is waiting. Dear future me, I don't know where you are right now. I don't know what your life looks like. I don't know if you finally found peace or if you are still searching for it. But tonight, I want to tell you about the person I am today. I want to tell you about the things that I never say out loud, the fear that I hide behind smiles, the worries that follow into the night, the questions that nobody seems able to answer. Sometimes I feel strong, and sometimes I feel completely lost. Sometimes I believe in myself, and sometimes I I wonder if I will ever become the person I dream of being. There are nights when my mind refuses to rest, nights when I reply every mistake, every regret, every moment that I wish I could change. And even though, you know, the world sees me smiling, there are battles inside my heart that nobody knows about. I worry about the future. I worry about whether I'm making the right choices. I worry that time is moving too fast and that somehow I am falling behind. There are dreams inside me, that I protect quietly, dreams that I am afraid to speak out loud because what if they're and they never come true? What if all my efforts lead nowhere? What if I give everything and still fail? These these thoughts sit with me every single day, and sometimes they become so heavy that I forget how much strength it takes just to carry them. But future me, if you are reading this, then somehow we survived. Somehow we made it through the uncertainty, through the sleepless nights, through the moment when we wanted to give up. And maybe that means something important. Maybe it means that even when I cannot see my own strength, it is still still there, hidden beneath my fear, hidden beneath my doubts, waiting waiting patiently for me to discover it. Tonight, as I write this letter, I am not asking for perfection. I am not asking for miracles. I simply hope that wherever you are happy. I hope that you learn to be kinder to yourself. I hope that you stopped carrying the weight of the entire world on your shoulder. And most importantly, I hope that you never forget the person who sat here tonight trying their best, even when they were afraid. Take a deep breath because this is only the beginning of this letter, and there are still many pages left to read. Dear future me, there are things that I have never stopped dreaming about. There are things that I have never stopped dreaming about, right? Dreams that have stayed with me through every session of my life, even on the days when I pretend that they no longer matters, even on the nights when I convince myself to giving up. A small part of my heart continued to hold on. Maybe you remember those dreams. Maybe you are living them on. Or maybe they changed with time. But tonight, I want to tell you about them. I dreamed to waking up one morning and feeling at peace with myself, with my life. Not because everything is perfect, but because my heart finally feels at home inside itself. I dreamed of becoming someone who no longer doubts every decisions, someone who trusted their own journey, someone who believes that they are enough. I dream of a life filled with little moments of happiness, a quiet morning, warm sunlight entering through the window, a cup a cup of tea resting in my hand, and sound of laughter coming from another room. Simple moments, but moments that feels like magic. And somewhere deep inside me, there are bigger dreams too. Dreams that sometimes scares my because they matter so much. Dreams that I carry silently because I am afraid. of hearing people say that they are impossible. There are places I want to see, people I want to meet, story I want to tell, version of myself that I still hope to become. Sometime I I imagine meeting you, the future version of me, and asking you hundred of questions. Did we ever become the person we wanted to be? Did we ever stop being afraid? Did we ever learn how to rest without feeling guilty? Did we ever find people who truly understood us? Did the loneliness night finally become shorter? Did the dream survive? And in my imagination, you smile. Not because every dream came true exactly as I planned, but because life gave us things that we could never have imagined. Because some dreams changed, some disappeared, and some become even more beautiful than we expected. Maybe the dreams was never about succeed. Maybe it was never about reaching a destination. Maybe the dreams was simply about becoming someone who keeps believing, someone who continued to hope even after disappointment, even after heartbreaks, even after future. Tonight, I want to tell you something that I rarely admit. There was moment when I almost gave up on my dreams. Moment when I thought I was too late, too tired, too broken, too ordinary. I looked around and saw people moving faster than me, achieving things before me, building lives that seemed so much bigger than me, bigger than mine. And sometimes I wonder, I wondered if I had missed my chance. But then, somewhere inside me, a quiet voice always whispered, "Keep going. You are not finished yet." And perhaps that voice was you. Perhaps the future version of me has been speaking to me all along, telling me not to lose hope, reminding me that dreams are not meant to happen overnight. They grow slowly, like tree, quietly, patiently, day after day, year after year. And maybe the dreams I carry today are already becoming reality in ways that I cannot yet see. Maybe every difficult days, every lesson, every disappointment is preparing for something beautiful. So tonight, dear future me, if you are living the life that I once dreamed of, please remember this this version of us, the version that was scared, the version that doubted everything, the version that kept going anyway, because before there was success, there was hope. Before there was confidence, there was fear. And before there was a future, there was tonight. Take a slow breath, look up the stars above you, and remember some dreams takes longer than others. But that does not mean they are impossible. The little continues, and there is still so much left to say. The night has become quieter now. The stars above you are beginning to fade, and somewhere beyond the mountains, the first light of morning is waiting to rise. Your future self is still sitting beside you. A letter rests gently in your hands, but something inside you has changed. The fear that once filled your heart, feels a little smaller. The questions that once felt impossible now seems a little lighter. You look at your future self and ask, why do I always feel like I am running out of time? Why does it seems like everyone else is moving forward while I am standing still? Your future self smiles softly, and for a moment they simply watch the stars above you. Then they turns toward you and say, because you are trying to understand your entire life in a single night. You are trying to solve every problem before tomorrow arrives. You believe that if you don't have all the answers right now, you are falling behind, but life was never meant to be lived that way. You lower your eyes because deep inside you know they are right. How many nights have you spent worries about the future? How many times you have compared your journey to someone else? How many times have you convinced yourself that you are too late, too lost, too broken, too far behind? Your future self gently placed a hand on your shoulder. Listen to me. Some dreams take years to bloom. Some answers arrive when you least expect them. And some of the most beautiful chapters of your life haven't even begun yet. The wind moves softly through the trees, and for the first time, you allow yourself to imagine. Imagine a different possibility. Maybe you are not behind. Maybe you are simply growing at your own pace. You're looking at your future self and whisper, but I don't feel strong. They smile. That's because you only see your fears. I see every battle you survived. I see the nights when you are cried and still choose to continue. I see the morning when you wanted to give up but got you of bed anyway. I see the strength that you have been carrying all along. You sit in silence, trying to understand how someone could see strength inside a person who feels so tired. Your future self points toward the horizon, and suddenly you see flashes of your life you once dreamed about. A peaceful home, laughter echoing through the rooms, moment of quiet happiness, a version of yourself that finally feels at peace. You watches carefully, afraid that the version will disappear. Is this my future? You ask. Your future self shakes their head gently. I cannot show you exactly what your future will look like, but I can show you that happiness is still possible. I can show you that there is still beauty waiting for you. I can show you that your story is far from over. A tear rolls down your cheeks, not because you are sad, but because for the first time in very long time you feel hope. The sky is slowly changing now, dark blue, becoming soft gold, night giving way to morning, and your future self stands up. They reach into their pocket and pull out one's final envelope. There is one last message I need you to read, they say. With trembling hand, you open it. Inside, written a beautiful handwriting, are a few simple words. Be patient. Stop pushing yourself for not being what your thoughts you would be. You are still becoming. You are still growing. You are still learning. And one day you will understand why every difficult moment was part of your journey. You continue reading. There will be fear, there will be failure, there will be heartbreaks, there will be days when you feel lost, but there will be also be laughter, there will be love, there will be peace, and there will be movement that makes every struggle worth it. At the bottom of the page, there is one final sentence, the sentence you will carry with you long after this night is over. Keep going. I'm waiting for you. You choose the latter. Hold it again, your heart, and take one final look at the person you will become. The smile. Turn towards the rising sun and slowly disappears into the morning light. You are alone once again, but somehow you don't feel alone any- anymore. You don't feel alone anymore because now you know the person you are becoming has never stopped believing in you, and perhaps for tonight that is enough. Now it's time to seal the letter. The journey is coming to an end. The star that watches over you tonight are slowly disappearing. That stars watches over you tonight are slowly disappearing. The night is becoming quieter, and the first light of morning is beginning to rise somewhere far away. Take a deep breath and gently look down at the ladder resting in your hand. The ladder that carried your fears, your dreams, your questions, and your hopes. Slowly fold the ladder one last time. Place it back inside the envelope and hold it close to your heart, and a few moments simply sit here in silence. There is nothing left to solve tonight, nothing left to prove, nothing left to fix. You have done enough. You have carried enough. And for now, you are allowed to rest. Remember, the future is not asking you to be perfect. It is not asking you to have all the answers. It is only asking you to keep moving forward, one step at a time, one day at a time, one breath at a time. And whenever life feels heavy, whenever you feel lost, whenever you begin to doubt yourself, come back to the latter, come back to the moment, and remember that somewhere in the future, the person you are becoming is smiling at you, proud of you, and waiting for you. Before you sleep, there is one more thing I want you to remember. Meditation is not a one day game. Healing does not happen overnight. Transforming takes time. Save this meditation, come back to it, listen to it for a month, give your mind the time to slow down, give your soul that the time to heal, and then you will begin to notice the chance, notice the changes, not only in your through in your thoughts, not only in your heart, but also in your real life. Be patient with yourself. Growth takes time, healing takes time, and you do not have to rush this journey. Until we meet again, sleep peacefully, breathe gently, and take good care of yourself. I'll I'll be waiting for you in our next meditation. Give yourself time, give yourself patience, breathe by breath. You will begin to notice the changes, okay? Not only in your mind, not your soul, in your life. Good night, my beautiful souls, and take good care of yourself. Good night to all of you. Good night.